Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and plumbers of all ages. Welcome to this episode of Deer Diarrhea. Ain't that some shit? Earlier today, I decided to go back to Wally World and buy me some more orange paint to put on the second coat of the old trailer there. And, well, the orange flavor of paint that I used the first coat was gone. They didn't have any more on the shelf. So I got another orange that I don't know if you can see, but there's a slight difference in the cap colors. Now, that being said, this one here looks a little darker. This one here is the one I painted the first coat, which came out dark. As you can very well see on this here piece that's supposed to hold the floorboards in on the other end, look, nice, pretty, dark, of the trailer. So it came out dark, and so this other, because they didn't have it, it was the gloss paint and primer mix. So, you know, one coat is supposed to prime it and paint it all at the same time. And got too much sun glare on the screen here. Anyway, so with this is Krylon. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you that orange is not orange, especially since how this is gloss popsicle orange. And I'm guessing that's the flavor of the paint, because the paint was actually a little bit more yellow in color. And quite frankly, the first coat was a thin coat, and the orange paint that I put on top of the orange paint kind of made all the thin spots stick out like a sore thumb. Made it look a whole lot worse. But it's painted, so therefore it may inhibit the rust a little bit. So feast your eyes on this. See the front rail right there? That's the paint from the first can. This is the second coat with the paint from the second can. And it looks more not orange. You know, like one of them little popsicles you stick in your mouth and kind of tastes orange. But anyway, I figured because it was a darker cap, it might be a little bit darker paint. But no. So therefore, I probably should have waited till they had more of the other orange in stock, but I don't really care anyway, because boards is just going to be on top of this. You ain't going to see all this once the boards is on it. So therefore, it's going to do its job and inhibit the rust, where the water will be, you know, like whenever it rains, the boards are going to be, you know, treated lumber. So the boards, you know, water will get under there and it'll sit between the boards and the metal, and because there's paint on there, it ain't going to rust as quickly. Okay, so there's that project. Almost to the point where I'm just going to put another coat right back here in the back and call it good, and not worry about it being 100% covered, or, you know, to where you can't see the metal. It's still going to have paint on it, but that other stuff just, it was 2-in-1 paint just like the other one, but it just is not that thick of a paint. It just, I'm telling you, every blemish and blah, 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 blah just got extenuated. Extenuated? Extenuated? Is that even a word? I don't know. But anyway, so I picked up this little project right here yesterday. It's going to go on that truck right over there, Old Faithful. It's not in too bad a shape. If you can see, this side, I can't see through it. It's got the gas can on the same side. It's got a little bit rust right here, but it's not rusted through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that up a little bit before I put it on the truck. I'm going to paint that white, and I'm going to put it on the truck just like it is. I may do body work and actual painting of it later date and time, you know, because it's starting to get cooler out in the evenings and whatnot, and the paint, and It's got a little rust right here. See, right there, a little bit of rust, a little bit of hole. But that's a little bitty. And this is a little bitty here too. This ain't nothing like the holes that I can stick my whole hand up in through the outside of that there truck. So, I gotta get some of these projects going because I also got me a burn barrel or a water barrel because I gotta put water in it. And when I start cleaning out the bed here of this here Old Faithful to be able to take that bed off, put the other on, well, there's this little jewel right here I gotta work on for the boat. So I got that barrel so I can put this in there, and the first thing I'm gonna do is try to see if it's got any spurt. It's gotta have a little spurt. That way whenever I mix up some fuel, we can see if it's gonna run on that boat project I'm doing. So I got more projects than I know what to do with in the meantime of everything else I'm doing. So for the most part, when I ain't working, I'm working. And I'm usually busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, which I don't know if you can actually visual that, but just think of a one-legged man hopping around, trying to jump and kick somebody in the buttocks and put his foot back on the ground before he falls down himself. That's quite the busy feet, or foot. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Keep myself busy. Got things going. I guess that's going to do it for today. Yeah. I mean, I still got stuff I got to strip down in the back to do a little more scrapping. But anyway, and I guess there's going to be a football game tonight, Thursday night, junior high football game, because there's all kinds of kids walking back and forth wearing football jerseys. I remember them days of yesteryear, back in the 20th century, back in the 1900s, you know, way back there in the 1900s, you know, them's like way back, you know, way on back, because that's what people born in the 2000s think, that the 1900s was way on back there, way back behind you, you know, where you can't reach them, way back there. But now, it wasn't that long ago. As a matter of fact, 1999 was 23 years ago. 22, 23, 2022, 1999. I ain't doing math. My head hurts right now. It ain't gonna happen. It's 22, 23, yeah, 23 years ago, I believe. Yeah. Naught times naught is naught. Carry the naught, you got naught. Okay. Anyway, that's what we got going on. So I need to get off of here and do a little more painting of the banana on top of the orange, or to make the orange a lot lighter than the other orange. Anyway, y'all fellers and fellerettes and chitlins and whoever else is on here, whatever you all want to call yourself nowadays, it, them, they, where, was, as far as I'm concerned, it's he and him, and him and her, and that's it. Anyway, peace out, peeps.